You tried, young Logan. You tried. Hmm.
What the fuck? Seriously,
This is
I'm
the
not
best.
even gonna. I'm not even gonna kid right now. If
What?
you don't stop blowing me up with that, yep, you're being a little bitch. I'm done.
What? We're playing. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but your little bitch of
Wow.
a partner.
Oh!
Your little bitch of a.
This is great. Oh my.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 7 of the Video Game Talk from the Guys of the Galaxy. As always, I'm Richie Pepperfield. He's Kyle, and Jack is back joining us as the third member of our team. And here we go.
All right. Well, very, very small news this week. The only piece of news I have is that Cyberpunk 2077 was announced 8 years ago, which I thought was pretty interesting. How
It's
at
an
8
interesting
years,
fun fact of the day.
8 years has gone by, and we're just now getting this game. So again, I'm really hyped for it. I think Pep said he'll play it. Hopefully, Jack will play it at some point.
Ooh, I would definitely give it a chance.
I think if it takes 8 years to make the game, that's almost like GTA levels of making a game, you know? So I'm really hoping it's really like out of the park, like home run.
I think the attention to detail will be great. It's going to be one of those things like when you walk around and just like, ooh, look at the dirt. It looks good.
I mean, just looking at the gameplay, I don't know how many, like, if you guys have really paid attention to the gameplay, but just the gameplay
No.
looks great itself.
Oh yeah, no, it looks like such a very like ambient world and like everything is going on. It's like there's
Yeah.
nothing boring happening.
To me, it
around
looks
you,
like GTA 5, but in like a futuristic world.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm really excited to play that. Yeah, that's kind of the only piece of news we have. As Peps was like shaking his head because he thought I was gonna do the thing that we said not to do.
I
Thanks,
feel
man.
like hold on, I feel like I saw something on where like the next Fortnite season is getting like pushed back. because of
Oh,
the
okay,
delay.
yeah. Actually, that is some pretty big news.
Look at this
I think
snowball effect going on here.
Yeah,
been,
I was
yeah.
like, hold on, that just popped in my head.
It's I think it's got delayed for like the third time.
Yeah.
Good.
Because they were gonna. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So yeah, the next season. Thank you, Jack, for pulling that up. You have contributed to the news.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So that completely slipped my mind. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I haven't really been playing Fortnite.
No,
good.
definitely.
So neither is
good,
Jack.
good brother. Not playing the
So like it
Fortnite.
wasn't necessarily something that was like in my head, but I'll probably hop back on when the new season finally starts in July of 2021.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, good brother.
Okay, I think unless Jack has some more random news.
No,
or
that's
or Peps decides to
it's
pull something
86
out of his
degrees
asshole.
outside.
No, I'm just turning into Omar over here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, Jack, what's up next?
We got the video game showcase for this week, which we have decided to do just Lego video games in general. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So we've all kind of.
Oh yeah, I don't know
had our
why
fair-
on the notes I put Lego Star Wars. My bad.
Yeah, that kind of confused me.
I
like,
literally
wait,
just looked down. I was like, didn't we? Weren't
Yeah,
we
my
in
bad.
an
My bad, my bad.
agreement or something?
So yeah, we're talking normal, just Lego games in a general sense for sure.
Yeah, we've definitely all had our fair share of playing the Lego video games over the years, and I'm pretty sure we all have many experiences and memories of playing them, and just how they've developed over the years, from going to like grunts to actually having dialogue or like graphical updates or more characters in each new game. They've definitely like expanded on what it is to be a Lego game.
Force Awakens actually
Since-
adding a shooting system into the game.
Yeah, exactly. They've all
That's
like
cool.
every franchise has like developed, like whether it's like Star Wars, Marvel, even Indiana Jones. They had 2 games, and the second one has a lot more to offer than the first one does.
For sure. Yeah, I think obviously Lego Star Wars from my background, as you can see, that was the start of it all. That was Lego had like games before, but they were like PC games that were like build an island or something like that. It wasn't like an in-depth game. So Lego Star Wars, the prequel version was that was the OG. I don't know what Jack is snickering at over there.
No, I got a good memory. I got a good
Okay.
memory for our later
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, so Lego Star Wars was the first one. Jack, did they do Lego Star Wars as the second one, or was there like did they do Indiana Jones after that and then go back to Star Wars?
I'm pretty sure Indiana Jones came after Complete Saga, actually, because I remember like
Okay.
being the level which had the trailer in it and everything like that. So I'm pretty sure Indiana Jones came after Complete Saga.
So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, did I think it went the first like actual games they made were all the Lego Star Wars games?
I'm pretty sure. Batman's thrown somewhere in there, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. Big Lego game completely slipped my mind though. I didn't even really
Mhm.
think about Lego Batman.
That's
a
one
good
of my
one.
favorites.
It is a good one.
Really
But yeah,
solid.
obviously Lego Star Wars. We won't get too in depth on that for anybody that wants to in depth talk about that. Jack and I did a whole extra bonus podcast about Star Wars video games where we went in depth about Lego Star Wars and Lego Star Wars 2 and the complete saga, a little bit of the Clone Wars 1 and Force Awakens. So yeah, we won't go too in depth on that. Other than that is the thing that kind of started it all. That was the first console Lego game that was actually in depth. Yeah. Also, maybe we could just jump right into Lego Batman then.
Yeah. Lego Batman.
That was my first.
That was your first one?
That was actually my first and my introduction to this. I actually never gave him a chance. It was a solid title.
Definitely. I'm kind of blanking over here. I remember like getting it after like at the time I was very little. I was like maybe like 8, 9-ish.
Yeah.
This is before I even moved to Georgia and stuff like that. So definitely very young. I remember getting it after like a soccer game and stuff like that, and definitely playing through it because this was kind of like my introduction to Batman. Really, like I think I had known about him beforehand, but this was like I learned so much more about just Batman and DC Universe and all the villains and stuff like that. And it was definitely one of the more fun titles. Like I still have very fond memories of that game. Like there's a level I think that you can just set up your whole like disco dance floor, and that song that plays is still stuck in my head to this day, like 10 years later.
Well, going back to Lego Star Wars for a second, I don't know if Peps ever found this in like the complete saga or whichever. Did you play the Lego Star Wars ones other than Force Awakens?
Just that one.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, man. That's a real big leap because, Lego Star Wars, the first two are probably the best Lego Star Wars games, and those are the originals. Like, but Jack, then, remember during episode 2 on Camino, when you go into that one room and there's the giant disco party that you can set up?
There's always a disco room in these
For some
classic
reason, there's
Lego
always
games.
always a disco party. And then in the second one, when you go, I think it was even like the first mission, you go to get in the escape pod. And if you pull the one, there's like all the stormtroopers.
Yeah,
in the
they're all like,
jacuzzi.
it's a jacuzzi.
Yeah. But yeah, Lego Batman. I'm pretty sure I had the first one. Maybe it was the second one, but that again for you, like I knew about Batman. I had watched like Batman, like animated series type stuff, like as a kid, and some of the movies. But I didn't really. I mean, to this day, I still really don't care about Batman. But back then, like I think that game also really helped me learn more about more of the characters as well. And that is a great game. All of them are obviously great. I don't think Lego's really made a bad game.
No.
Lego
wait.
Worlds.
Oh my God!
That was
Yep.
my memory. You
Yep.
guessed my memory.
Yep. Oh my God. So
That
yeah,
game is
Yeah, that looked
awful.
bad.
yeah. Lego Worlds was horrible. Me and Jack were kind of hyped for it because we thought in reality we were like, okay, this would be like Minecraft but Lego, and honestly, it wasn't even that. It was really just
It wasn't
just
like you
trash.
could take things from and put it like on a piece and it like put it in the game or something like that.
I don't remember.
I think of Dimensions.
I don't remember.
No. Oh, Lego Dimensions. Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's
a good
that was the toy to life one. So you had the toys.
That's what I was thinking. The
that you
toy.
put
That's
on
what I was
the
like a thing that went into the game.
Lego Dimensions was actually great. That was a really
yeah,
good
that was
one.
a good game.
I still have all my
See, covering
pieces
things
as
right
well.
now.
I don't know if I still have the game, but I have the pieces in a bucket somewhere.
I have all mine over here, actually in alphabetical order.
Oh, you played Lego Dimensions?
No, not that one. I'm just saying
Oh.
my Lego titles are
Okay.
to my
Oh.
left in order.
I was talking about the Dimensions. I had all like the toy pieces, and I still have them in a bucket in my room. Like I have a bunch of Disney Infinity figures over there. Yeah, but yeah. So, yeah, Lego Worlds was really bad. Lego Dimensions though was really fun. Peps, you said you never played that, and honestly, that's kind of sad because it was really cool. Obviously the toy to life idea was really cool of you taking a toy, putting it on a platform, and it being in the game. I always enjoyed it. Obviously, Jack and we literally just recorded an hour-and-a-half podcast about Disney Infinity. But Lego Dimensions was also really cool that you had Legos be all different IPs. You had Scooby-Doo, Sonic, you had Jurassic Park. Jack, if you could name some more. There was Doctor Who. I know that was big
Doctor
for you.
Who, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters,
Mhm.
Beetlejuice was one. Teen Titans, the whole DC universe had one.
Yeah.
The new Ghostbusters. I'm probably blanking on a good few more, but that's all that I can really remember.
Yeah, but it was really cool, obviously, to have all those different IPs all together and you playing through all those different missions and stuff. And I never beat it, so might have to go back in. I think I was stuck on the Back to the Future 3 level. I think that might be it for me. But yeah, moving forward, you guys play Lego Jurassic Park / Jurassic World?
I borrowed it from you. I remember.
You borrowed
playing
it from me. Okay, yeah. And Pep,
Did you guys
said
finish it?
I did not finish it. I played through the first Jurassic Park,
For once
and that
I
was
finished
it.
the game, you didn't.
Yeah, I played through the
Um,
first Jurassic Park, and that was about it.
No, I liked it. The one thing I feel like maybe it's not just that is like I think it was in the Marvel Avengers one I played, but like a lot of the titles, it's kind of cool where like you know the storyline, but it gives you like these in between like scene things. Like it gives you like things to do in between. So even in like the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World one, you're like, this wasn't in the movie, but they have a freaking video game. They can double like the duration of like the scenes that are in a movie.
Yeah.
So the Jurassic one was awesome because I'm a big Jurassic Park, Jurassic World mark. So
Mhm.
playing in it and like it actually like we talked before we record the fact that it has dialogue to me, I think that was Batman was the first one I played, and then that was probably actually the second game I played. So like everything I was used to had words.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first
Yeah,
game
I
I
only-
didn't know I had words was the Pirates of the Caribbean, and I couldn't play it.
Yeah, I only played through the first movie, but I did mess around in the actual Jurassic World because it was almost like having a theme park to run around in, obviously.
Mhm.
But other than that, I didn't really do like the missions. I just kind of did the episode 1 missions. But Jack, did you beat it?
I beat it. Yeah, I played through
Okay.
it all.
What
It
were
was
your
kinda fun.
thoughts?
I'm not like the biggest Jurassic Park man. I saw the original. I saw the first Jurassic World, but I didn't see like 2 or 3 or even the new Jurassic World. So it's not like that big of a game for me, but it's still something that I want to play.
Yeah.
One feature that I really did enjoy is there was like a option where you could like customize your own dinosaur. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Cool
always
being
something
dinos.
something cool. Obviously, the other games that weren't dinos, they were different characters that you can make, which was really a cool concept too. To go in with your friend, you both make yourselves, and then you go in like Lego Star Wars, and you go through all the missions playing as yourselves and whatnot. That was always really fun. So yeah, let's see. Lego Harry Potter. I think that's a game
Mhm.
all 3 of us have played, and all
Yep.
3 of us has finished. Peps, did you finish it?
No, just because I played it late, because I got it for the DS first, and I think the Vita at the same time. It was one of those things like my mom just bought it twice.
Yeah.
But I think it was like she got me like years 5 through 7 maybe first. So like me being me, I was like I can't play till I have 1 through 4.
Yeah.
So then I think I got the remastered for PS4, and it was the combined, so 1 through 4 and 5 through 7. So
That's the one I have because I didn't
I
play
have
it
that too,
originally.
yeah.
I played it when it was on the PS4 for like $8 or something like that.
So even though I own so many versions of the same one, I didn't play it till recently. So I'm in that one, and I like it. There's words, there's stuff that's like not in the storyline, which is just fun. It's like you're messing around with the school. So
I don't think there's words in that one. I'm pretty sure that one's grunts.
Oh yeah, I think
Is
it's
it Grunts?
Grunts.
Yeah,
Is it Grunts?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure as well.
I think you might be right, but I think it is grunts because I remember I told you like if I'm going to be on and like when we go over the notes of the show or just talk generally, that
Yeah.
I'll play that game because I can just deal with the subtitles that tells me what to do.
Yeah.
Versus if I'm being told a story, I don't want to hear anyone else talk. I want to sucker into a game. So yeah, you're right, Jack. That is a grunt game.
Yeah, Lego Harry Potter was always fun to play. Recently, again, that was like more recent game for me to play, and I had a hell of a time. That I got it after I became a Harry Potter fan. Originally, I wasn't necessarily a Harry Potter fan. Credit to Jack for getting me into Harry Potter because there was like a
Good stuff.
little sliver of time where Jack was a little obsessed with Harry Potter.
It was it was like a 2-month period where I was like, Kyle, you need to watch these movies, man.
Yeah, and
I've
then
been
we
there
went
too,
to
with him.
Universal, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch these movies. I think I watched them like that night or like the next day or something like that. And then after that, I became a big fan, and I still am. To the point where now Jack does not necessarily care too much about Harry Potter, and I care more. So yeah, at that point, I had seen the complete collection on the PlayStation for $8, and I was like, sign me up, let's go. And I had a hell of a time playing it. It was a really good game. Past that, I did not play Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, but you guys said you did. So if you
Well,
guys-
that's on the other hand of franchise I'm trying to get you to watch, even though you've been on the ride.
you guys have both
Like, oh,
been trying to get me
I've
to
never
watch
watched the movie. Like,
maybe
They're
soon.
good
Jack,
movies.
how's he not watch one of the movies?
I don't know. Like the
seen one of
2 and
them.
3 I understand because those aren't like all that popular and stuff, but the first one's so popular. Like that's such a great film.
I've seen the
don't-
Yeah.
one. I've seen the one where the underwater skeletons are like chasing them with swords or something like that.
This is how little he's watched this, but he's watched probably every Star Wars movie about 40 times.
I mean,
8 times in the
Jack
first
has
month
watched
it
them
comes
too,
out.
but
Yeah, but like I asked you about like Star Wars and you're like, yeah, I've watched it this many times. I go, Pirates of the Caribbean, you're like, I've been on the ride, that's all I know. I'm
yeah,
like, just
well,
watch a different movie once in a while.
I do. I just don't watch too many other franchises.
Especially if it's something I've ridden before. Like I started watching the Harry again because I was playing the game and I went on Gringotts. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch the movies again.
Mm.
So like going on Pirates of the Caribbean would make me want to probably, hey, let me play the game. Let me watch the movies if I've never seen them before. But that game was good except for the fact that I didn't like the grunts. And that was my first like the time of actually being used to it. So I probably could play it now that I'm dealing with it with like Harry Potter. It just
Yeah.
was such a turn off. I was like, what is going on?
What about you,
I
Jack?
thought my thoughts on honestly, I thought the game was kind of decent. I didn't think it really did anything like pushing the boundaries in terms of what Lego games could do at the time.
No.
I mean, it looked good. It had good graphics at the time, but like honestly, like I just didn't really have that much of like an interest during
What I
playing
felt
it.
like
I
is
definitely
it-
beat it, but like
Mm.
I didn't have that much of an interest.
I
That
felt
might
like
be
there
a
were
game you
scenes
have
cut
to,
out.
There might have been scenes cut out. I feel like I remember that actually. Yeah.
That might be a game you have to go back and play now that you're a bigger fan of the movies.
Maybe, yeah.
I just
Um,
feel like they're missing scenes. Maybe they're more too violent for kids and it's easier to cut them out. I just felt like it would jump ahead. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, well, where's this scene?
hmm
Okay. So Indiana Jones, Lego Indiana Jones. Jack, you played the
I
two
played
games.
both those. Yeah,
I played both of them. Peps, you said you didn't, but
No, I want to, but it's too expensive. They hold their value really well, like a Jeep Wrangler.
yeah, Lego games are pretty decent when it comes to like holding onto them and reselling them. They are pretty
They're always like
decent.
$20+.
But yeah, Lego Indiana Jones again. That was another franchise I had watched as a kid, but don't necessarily remember everything that happened in them. And I played Lego Indiana Jones with Grace. That was one of the like few games that Grace and I both like played together. Because obviously you can always do that with Lego games with the 2-player situation. So that was one we always like played together. And again, I didn't necessarily know what was going on, but I always had a lot of fun with that game.
Lego Indiana Jones is definitely one of the more classic games I played. It's definitely something that I've been playing since like I was younger. The first one especially, like that one has so many memories in my mind, and definitely just because like I remember growing up and watching those movies and having a good time watching those movies. I'll still watch like The Last Crusade to this day 'cause it's just such a great film in my mind. But even like the second one, like they definitely like pushed the boundaries in terms of like the Lego Indiana Jones series. Like they didn't even have to make a second game, and they did. And not even that, like they included all 3 original films again, plus the new one that had just come out and around the time. And like it had like all different hub worlds for each different movie, a bunch of different characters and stuff like that. It was definitely they were both very enjoyable games in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, I think I kind of want to save the Marvel ones for last because those are I feel like more recent. So are there any Lego games that I'm missing out on right now?
There's a few because I know from playing.
Okay.
One I played a little bit is the Lego movie.
Mhm.
I thought it was decent. I just wasn't in love with it after playing Batman and other titles that are a little bit more action packed.
So I don't know if this happened to Jack as well, but I just heard Pep say Lego movie 3 times very fast.
No, I heard it. I think it was some sort of
I think there was a glitch. So if anybody's
yeah.
listening,
It was probably a glitch
just
because
some
I was like, I didn't even say more than once.
Lego movie,
Yeah.
Lego movie, Lego movie.
yeah, that's literally what we heard. So
And
yeah,
that's
if
what's
anybody's
going to be
listening,
heard on the podcast.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Anybody that's listening, apparently we had a little audio glitch there.
No, I
didn't
used my
play- I
auto
didn't play
tune
it.
real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was different because I don't think at that point I'd been in a game that you could actually drive a car, so it was kind of a little bit different.
Mm.
Like
Um,
a Jackson, like advancement for the franchise. Like I'm like, oh, I think I got around the time I got Jurassic World, so like there were vehicles, but you really didn't drive them like this. You could just drive like open world city and just drive around sandbox wise.
wasn't Lego movie also in Lego Dimensions?
I believe so.
Yes,
I
I
think it
believe so.
was.
Yeah.
I think it was around the time the Lego movie actually had come out.
No, I think didn't Dimensions come out like a year or two after the movie did?
Yeah, but I'm saying
I
in
mean,
a
I guess
relative
still
sense, it's
it still
not.
was kind of relevant.
So
Yeah, I
maybe
guess.
that
Yeah, you're right,
also the Lego movie game may not even be that big just because of it may have been overshadowed by Lego Dimensions. Because I definitely
Kind of
didn't
like when
play
Unity and Rogue came out, and you released 2 Assassin's Creed games at the same time.
Sure, but I think this would be a bigger sense of like you have a game based off a movie, or you have a game based off of like 20 movies. You know,
Mhm.
20 classic
True.
movies at the same time. So I think maybe was a little overshadowed because I always saw a Lego movie, but it just never. I still haven't even really seen the movie to this day. I've seen like a majority of
It's
it,
not
but
bad.
not the whole thing. So
It's a
I might
pretty
have
good
to go
movie.
watch
First
that
one's
one.
better
and,
than the second one for sure.
yeah, I might have to go watch both of them soon, along with Pirates.
I didn't really like the second one. I'm happy I watched it at home.
So other than that, are we missing any? Peps, do you know?
Yeah. The one that I'm playing.
Yeah.
Remember we covered it? The
Really?
DC villains.
Oh, okay. And there was actually there's another one
okay.
too, and we have 10 minutes left on this meeting, so we're gonna have to start a new one at
Uh-oh.
some point. But before we get into the villains, I do want to say one big one that we're missing because it was the first actual Disney one was Lego Incredibles.
I was just about to say that.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, I
However-
forgot about that one too because I have that in the living room.
However, I did not play it. So
Good.
maybe you guys played it. I had it for the Switch, and then I ended up giving it to my sister, and I haven't gotten it back because obviously she's not here. So I haven't played it other than maybe like 10 minutes of it actually playing it on my Switch. So yeah, maybe if you guys have more to add to that. But I always enjoyed the fact that it was Incredibles, and Incredibles. Jack and I both love Incredibles. Even Peps. Actually, all three of us
We
saw
all-
Lego,
yeah.
Incredibles 2 together. In a nice
Oh, shit, yeah.
matinee daytime showing.
Mhm.
And then we watched Jack destroy a steak after. It was pretty fun. That's where
Yeah.
Peps was
Yeah.
like, that kid can put down some food. Like,
It's like he must eat that steak and then not eat for the rest of the week
oh.
and just like live off that.
You made such an impact on eating that steak with Peps. He literally brought it up to me the other day. Like, I think we went somewhere and he was just like, man, you remember that time Jack just like put away that fucking steak, man? I'm like, yeah, Peps.
I
So-
think if Jack did that, like if we were out like Wing House and he orders like a 12-ounce steak, and then people look down and go, "There's no way that boy, where'd the rest of that steak go? Who else is
Yeah,
eating?" And he goes,
does not
"No,
play.
I ate it." It's like
Yeah.
you did not eat it, or you like I'm saying you're not eating for
You
the rest
gave
of the
it
week.
to your
Like,
cousin. I saw you do it.
you usually went like this, cut a little sliver for yourself. Say, "Here, Kyle, here you go."
Yeah, Jack.
Or he ate
Jack,
the rest of it.
Jack.
I swear, like
as you
one time
as you
I
guys can
had like a
see-
rack of ribs. I'm
Go ahead,
sorry,
go
we're
ahead.
keeping interrupting each other.
As you can see, Jack is a very skinny person. So he does not eat too much. And ever since he was a kid, we
Sure.
always were like, this kid does not eat. Or if he does, he eats like Eggo waffles. But when it comes to like something, if he really likes it, normally a meat, like a pot roast or a steak or something like that, Jack does not play. That thing will be gone in 2 minutes, and the sides are always destroyed as well.
I swear, like one time I remember like a few months ago, like me and my family went out to Sonny's barbecue, and I was like, yeah, I'll get like a rack of ribs, a bowl of mac and cheese, all this and that, and I tore it up, and I was like, I didn't even expect to tore it up like when I even got it, but when I got it, it didn't last 10 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes Jack just
Jesus.
does not play when it comes to food. But
No.
getting back to
It's always the ones
video
you never
games-
expected from.
Getting back to video games, yeah, Lego Incredibles. I did not play other than maybe 10 minutes, but I always enjoyed the fact that
so
it
good.
was Lego Incredibles, but they had different Pixar characters in there as well as like Dory. I think Lightning McQueen was in there, Woody was in there, Buzz maybe was in there. So I was like, okay, that's really cool that they added extra Disney Pixar characters in.
I
Yeah,
didn't play.
well, the cool thing is like I said with most of these games is like the movie, but they have actually like extra layers in it, like more scenage and more villains like mixed in with parts that like aren't really there in the movie. So you're actually like, oh, I figured I could probably beat this in like 10 hours if I'm thinking what the movie's like. And if you think of, oh, okay, all the scenes in the movie, but then you're like, oh, for me, I get reinterested because I'm like, this is all fresh to me. I don't know this part. This is all different.
Is Bon Voyage in the game?
I think he is.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure he is. That's Jack's favorite Incredibles character.
Hmm
Which one?
Good.
Well,
which one's
Edna
that
Mode
again?
first, but
Oh,
Bon
Edna,
Voyage
yeah,
second.
Edna Mode is the legend. She's up there for us.
Who's the one he likes?
Bon
Bon
Voyage. Mr. Incredible.
He's the guy at the beginning of the first Incredibles movie. He's like gonna blow up the building.
He's the mime.
Oh, I was trying to think of the second movie when they had all those like recruits. I was like, which one was that?
No, it was the first
I
one.
couldn't
By the way,
remember. All right, that makes sense.
Jack, did you know that Bon Voyage is actually in Ratatouille? He's doing
Yes,
mime
yes,
work
I
on
do.
the street
Yeah.
when like the dude passes by or something like that.
I remember watching the movie a few years ago, and I was like, "Wait, is that Bon Voyage in the
Yeah,
street?"
pretty funny. Um,
Oh, leave it
yeah.
to Pixar.
yeah, Pixar.
Yeah.
Pixar.
They know
Smart.
what they're doing.
So yeah, you guys obviously played the Incredibles games. I necessarily did not. So if you guys want to elaborate within 5 minutes, because we have 5 minutes left on this meeting before we have to make a new one. So you got 5 minutes to talk about Lego Incredibles, guys.
I never played it.
Well,
Oh, you
he
didn't?
didn't
What?
play it.
No, I didn't play it. No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
said he didn't play it, and I've probably got about like 15-20% into it. So
Oh wow. So
nothing that
really, none
deep.
of us really played it.
No, I've played enough to know
Great
that
game.
it's a really,
Yeah.
no, it's really good. And like I said, it's got more than just the base story. I like when things add like to it. So you're like, okay, cool, this is worth my time. I'm not just sitting here knowing what story you're retelling me because I watched the movie.
Yeah.
You know, there's a general story that it's like A to B, but in between, it's going to take you on a different wavelength. And I enjoy when it's like that instead of I'm pretty much playing the hits of the show or the movie.
Yeah. I got you. So again, with the 5 minutes that's left in here, maybe Peps, you can elaborate on Lego DC Supervillains. Yeah.
So yeah, this game actually was surprising. I bought it on Black Friday and it sat on my shelf over there for a while. And then when I was in quarantine and like, hey, I should play this game, it actually like sucked me in because I didn't know how it was gonna work, but I kind of figured it was probably like from the perspective of villains. But like, how does that really work? So realistically, there's people who are worse than the villain, so they actually become good guys, kind of almost like a Suicide Squad situation.
Yeah.
Which this obviously they're in there, like Amanda Waller's in there. But like I told you, some of the things I like are when they include the B and C level villains. Like there's levels that you're starting off and you're Joker and you're Harley Quinn, but then the next year Captain Cold and Clayface and Scarecrow. And it's cool because you're mixing with like you're playing as a Flash villain, playing as like a Batman villain. One level I'm Two-Face playing with Heat Wave, which is Batman and a Flash one again. There's the Green Arrow mixed in there. Like there's just so many good combinations of just like
So
it's a big universe of DC's villains.
So it's supervillains, but they also have the heroes in there as well to play as.
No, you're just playing as just the villains. Like when you're in that like
You just
Legion
said
of
Green
Doom-
Arrows in there.
Well, I mean, there's one of like the that's what I was saying. Malcolm Merlin from Arrow.
Yeah.
So one level on Malcolm Merlin, Leonard Snart, Heatwave, Cheetah, and Lex Luthor. Like it's a mixture of Superman, Arrow, Flash, like all their villains on a
gotcha.
team. It's almost like a heel version of Legends of Tomorrow. So it's kind of fun because you're playing with these characters that really don't team up. Like maybe in Legends of Tomorrow you have Malcolm Merlin. Oh, the Reverse Flash you get to play as. So Ebon Thawne and
Yeah.
who's the other one that's in that? But Damien Doc, which you get to use too.
Okay.
So like you get to pretty much be them. So like it's fun, and I've gotten to a good point, but it has a like good feel to it.
Okay.
Again, you can drive around too, so it's fun having that open world aspect. What's up, puppy? That puppy wants attention right now.
Okay, so to round this out of the Lego video game talk, obviously the last two that we kind of have on the list, and if we're missing any, somebody will probably put in the comments that we're idiots and we totally forgot one. But I think we kind of covered everything other than the Lego Marvel games. Obviously, all three of us love Lego. We all love Marvel, so I think these all were kind of big games for us. So out of three, because there was Lego Marvel Superheroes, then Lego Avengers, and then Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, what were your guys' favorite out of three? Because mine was Lego Avengers, the one in the middle.
Mine was
forget which one's which.
the first Marvel superheroes. That's my
Okay.
favorite.
Perhaps.
No, I always forget which one's which. I beat one, I'm playing the other one, so I don't know.
Just for me, I don't know. I liked Marvel Avengers was more MCU based, whereas the other ones were more like comic-esque. And the second one kind of had some MCU stuff, but Lego Avengers was really, it was like you were playing through Age of Ultron pretty much, and then there was DLC packs that you would play through maybe some other stuff, or
I just beat that one.
yeah, you would play like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As DLC and stuff like that. So that one was my favorite because you had the normal comic book characters like Squirrel Girl and stuff, but at the same time, the main story was all from like Age of Ultron and stuff. But the first one was obviously pretty cool, and I think it was something everybody was kind of waiting for because you had Lego Star Wars, you had DC, and everybody was kind of like, where's the Marvel one? Like everybody was wanting a Marvel one, and then they pulled it out and put it in there. So that was really fun to kind of play. Although I didn't beat it, I think Avengers was the only one I beat. Because even the second one, I purchased the second one on Amazon, like when it was coming out, and something happened, and like one of the basically the disc came, and it was like a different region disc, like it wasn't an American region disc. So my game wouldn't work because it wasn't in the right region type deal, and I kind of got screwed because then like PlayStation was like, well, we can't help you. You got it from Amazon, and Amazon was like, we don't know what happened there, man. Like we can't really help you. We don't know. So I played that for like all of maybe a day, and then like I couldn't play it. So I haven't finished it. I haven't really played it. But if you guys have any thoughts to add to any of those games, because to me those are some of the better Lego games. Just the story on them, and also the fact that you're able to play with Marvel characters was really big for me.
Well, I mean, I liked it. The one I played and I beat, the one you said you play all the way through like the Avengers and then Ultron. I thought it was cool with like everyone has different superpowers, so having everyone's like abilities was kind of like a little bit at that point more than what I was used to. Like I was used to just playing as like Batman
Yeah,
or playing with a magic wand. Like it wasn't everything. Like I could have
you could
this
do the team ups
ability
in
and
that
that
one, I
ability.
think too.
Oh yeah, you could do the ones where like you could shoot Iron Man's like laser at the Captain America's shield and stuff, and Thor's hammer and stuff. Like it just was
Yeah.
it was a fun like balanced game and then once I beat it, and you could just freely switch between players and knock out stuff. Like
Mhm.
I felt like I was getting so much done. It was so cool to just switch to other characters, which I usually never do free play. Once I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah, that was the same for me because I'd like Lego Star Wars was obviously different. But like when it came to like DC and like Indiana Jones, like don't necessarily care about any of the other characters. So like for me with Lego Star Wars and with Avengers / like the Marvel ones, that was really big of like, even though I finished the game, I'm gonna go through and play like again to get all these different character like coins or
Mhm.
to get enough what the hell is the currency called? Studs?
Studs, yeah.
I
To get
think
enough
so, yeah.
studs to then purchase them in the shop just because all these characters are so cool. Like I remember in I think the first Lego Star Wars, and I think they did obviously in Complete Saga, like Darth Maul was like a really big character to unlock. He was like 150,000 studs or something like that. At least in the first one, and it was like, all right, well, it's Darth Maul, so I'm gonna grind so I can unlock him. So yeah, that was always fun, and that was always a good part too. Like, it's great when a game has replayability, and it's not like you play the story and then you're like, okay, I guess I'm done, and probably never play it again unless maybe I go back and play the story again.
Nope. It's like come back with another character.
Yeah. So like always having a game like that, like Lego Star Wars, where you can play, or any of the Lego games where you play through and then you still have the replayability because there's so many different things like to either unlock characters or to unlock the mini kits.
Mhm.
Stuff like that was always really good. It's really good in the game to have replayability. Especially too if you have DLC, because then also you have the replayability and DLC, so it's really good. It keeps you invested in the game for longer than you would a normal game.
I definitely played all the Lego Marvel games. I beat all the Marvel games actually, so I have
Okay.
kind of a good reach in all of that. Like I said before, my favorite was the first one, Super Marvel Superheroes. Just because it's like with like the Avengers game and with the second one, like it introduces a lot of characters that I already know. Like I mean, with like the second one, they definitely had like a lot of like B tier, C tier, like superhero characters that I didn't really know about, which was great to know about. But with the first one, I was so young at the time and still very new at Marvel. Like I think like Avengers may have been the only one that I seen at the time.
Yeah.
So like that introduced me a lot to Marvel. That introduced me a lot to the characters, and just like the original story that it had was really good. The hub world was amazing. It's one of my favorite hub worlds in the Lego game to this day, and I think it's definitely like a top tier Lego game in my opinion.
The second one started with Guardians, right? Like that was like the first mission.
I think
I think
so?
you play as the Guardians, and then Kang the Conqueror like shows up or something like that.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
guess-
borrowing it from you and I had it for like a
Oh.
week or so, but I don't know.
So yeah, I think that unless perhaps you got anything to add for the Lego Marvel ones.
Not that. I mean, just a general statement about the games itself. So
Okay. Well, I think that about wraps up the game showcase. We got a lot in a good amount of time there. So um, after that, obviously, Peps, if you want to take the next segment.
Oh, close my phone, by the way. We were going for a bit there. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. And so, generally now we're discussing what we are currently playing.
Mhm. So Peps, well, again, we'll start with Jack. Jack, what are you playing?
Right now I'm getting back into Super Smash Brothers. I'm getting back into it.
Okay. I mean, that was a very big game for you
Mhm.
a while ago, and then I didn't really hear you talk about it too much, so it's kind of cool for you to get back into it.
Yeah, it kind of slowed down since coronavirus is like around now. It's like slowing down the development of like DLCs, so we have to wait until like July now
Okay.
for the next DLC. So I'm just getting back into it just so that I can like get
Be
prepared
ready.
for when that next character drops.
That makes sense. That all you're playing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, Peps, what are you playing?
I haven't really played anything because I've been busy with the shoot working. So when I come home, I play NBA, but I feel like I'm vicariously playing New Horizons through one of my coworkers who just got the other day. So she only was used for. I think anyone who here has played any Animal Crossing understands that this girl would be like so excited about her Pocket Camp progress,
Mm.
and I was like, what are you doing? Like, I remember I downloaded that game, but I immediately hated Pocket Camp. Like, this was nothing like I was used to. Like, I played pretty much most of the versions, I believe, GameCube, Wii, and DS. I think there was a home designer I didn't get because I didn't feel like I needed that one, but like City Folk and New Leaf. And so when you know she was like, I'm gonna get a Switch, I'm gonna get the New Horizon. So I'm like trying to talk her to her, and she's like, this is so much different. So I'm like explaining things like constantly back and forth. Like that's kind of one of the bigger reasons I've been texting a lot lately is it's like so I'm supposed to do this and this. It's like nothing is like Pocket Camp where you're just crafting people stuff all the time to then design like your furniture. It's like literally go out there, catch this fish and catch this and go put in the museum and sell this for bells, and
I
it's
can't
like
wait.
pay off your loan.
Can't wait till the day that Peps finally gets Switch and finally gets an Animal Crossing, and he's just gonna be like, it was alright.
No, I have it for DS. I love it, and
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
it seems like everyone at my job has a Switch and Animal Crossing, and they're like, "You need to get one." I was like, "Well, it's out of stock, so,"
Yeah.
and I don't want a light, so
I think the hype. He's so hyped for it, and then he's gonna get it. He's gonna be like, I had to stop
no,
playing, dude. I got tired of fishing every 20 seconds.
no, I don't mind it. I've had three of them.
Okay.
I don't mind the Animal Crossing. It's not like I would get the system in the game for that because I'd end up getting Mario Kart and all the other ones in the Mario remasters that they're plan or coming out soon.
Mm.
But no, I'd play in the fact that we can play together. Like one of the friend desk guys was like, "Yeah, I can bring my Switch in. We can link up." I'm like, by the time they finally get the regular Switch consoles in house, I bet you guys won't even want to play anymore.
Yeah.
My luck is if the servers go down, which I don't think it's going to be that long before I can buy one.
Yeah, I think the servers will be up for a minute.
Well, that's my luck. I usually get a game and they're like, "Oh, cool. No one's playing and the servers are down."
No, it'll stay. For me, I have not necessarily played too much. Still playing Fallen Order. Still doing my gameplay through. The first episode is posted, by the way, for anybody that wants to check it out. I've been doing a Fallen Order gameplay. The first episode was posted today. Second episode is already ready. It's just unlisted, so it's just sitting on the account. And I think I have about 6 episodes that I have to also edit. So it's a lot already done. But yeah, the first episode's up. So I've been still playing Fallen Order. Other than that, I have not been playing really any other games. I play some phone games. Star Wars Card Trader is a cool mobile game I play where it's not necessarily a game, but you go in and you collect Star Wars cards and whatnot. And that's kind of it. Obviously, Jack and I we just filmed earlier today a Disney Infinity podcast because we love that game so much. So I think that was one of the things. Same with like doing us doing the Star Wars one and me being like, okay, I'm gonna do Fallen Order. I think I'm gonna try and start from scratch with Disney Infinity. Obviously, I've pretty much done everything in the game, but I have so many figures and so many play sets and so many things that I think I'm gonna start from scratch, start a new game, and go through and play Disney Infinity again. So that's on my agenda. But yeah, it's kind of all I'm playing. So moving forward, we like to share a gaming memory. And last week we started with Jack. So this week I'm going to throw it to Peps, who sometimes doesn't have one, but let's find out if he has one maybe.
Oh, well, you caught me off guard. But do me last.
Okay. All right. Jack, what's up with you? You got a memory?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned this earlier. Lego Worlds.
Mhm.
You kind of went like a little bit in depth with it, but I'm gonna like expand on that memory that we had together.
Mhm.
So back then I got Lego Worlds, and I thought not only is this gonna be a great game, but this is gonna be a great thing because at like the time I had the Jackal Bear YouTube up, and I was doing YouTube and stuff like that, kind of like this, but more just like gaming central. So I got the game, and I sat down and played it for a little while, and I was like, okay, this could get better. And then I brought Kel over. He's like, you wanna play this? We can have like a you and me like recorded for a YouTube video and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And at the end of the video, Kyle literally we stopped recording, and Kyle was like, "This is the worst Lego game I have ever played."
Oh, that's great.
So like, I think I had like the video ready to go. I don't remember if I actually uploaded it or not, but
Oh, that's hilarious.
that's
Oh.
my gaming memory.
Well, that game was absolutely trash.
It was so bad.
It wasn't like a crazy amount of hype, but there was hype towards it, and the hype was wasted because I didn't even get the game. I was waiting for Jack to play it, and then I was gonna see if I liked it, and then I was gonna go from there and get it. Thank God,
You did
because
not like
if I had purchased the game, I would be very unhappy. I would have probably went straight back to GameStop and got a refund because I really did not like that game. And I do remember that day sitting on your bed and being like, "Dude, what
This game's
happened?" Like that was we were so excited to play this game, and it just failed miserably.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really bad. So I'm trying to think of a gaming memory. I don't know, Peps, did you find one?
Time?
I need some time. So if you found
Okay.
one,
I was thinking of some memories, and then one hit me by surprise.
okay.
It actually is a game I never owned. It was a game that was brought over for Wii. It was a
Okay.
dance game,
Mhm.
which I didn't care for. But as anyone knows, the power of a woman can make you do stupid things. So
Okay.
at the time, I was a young lad at 21 dating a 19-year-old, and my friend was the same age dating probably an 18-year-old.
Mhm.
And these girls, like, wanted to dance or whatever. So, of course, we're over there playing Wii, and they're like, hey, yeah, I brought over the DDR game. I'm like, I'm not playing. I'm not dancing. Of course, the next thing I know, it's like, yes, you are. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And the next thing I know, I'm dancing. So,
Yep.
and somehow I think it was, there's four of us and the two girls are sitting down and me and my friend are dancing. I'm like, well, how did this get turned around where you got like draft punk on and we're like, bah, da, na, na, like doing like this, like, da, da. And I'm like, how did this happen? Or like they like jump on it. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Like,
Mhm.
it's not like a rock band where I'm gonna sit there and literally be like, yeah, okay, I'm killing it on the guitar. It's like I'm literally just like holding the nunchuck and the other thing, like, up, yep, doing the dance moves.
Okay.
I'd like to see Pep dance. I think that'd
That
be
would be
pretty
great.
funny.
Yeah, it
So
was funny.
funny enough, my memory is also with a dancing game. um, Jack, do you remember the Michael Jackson experience?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that was basically Dance Dance Revolution, but it was all Michael Jackson. It was themed after Michael Jackson. And it came out like right after he had like passed away. So it was kind of a big game because everybody was having fun, kind of honoring like his music and whatnot. So me and my other cousin Logan, who is way younger than Jack and I, we had Christmas or something like that. And my side of the family always does Christmas, and Jack's family always comes, Logan's family always comes and whatnot. And so we had this game, and Jack, maybe you weren't there yet, or you were maybe upstairs playing my PlayStation or something like that. And me and Logan were downstairs playing this Michael Jackson experience game. And I don't remember who it was, but an adult was sitting on the couch, and Logan was like, "Oh, what'd you think?" And they were like, "Yeah, do it again." So we did it again, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah," and we didn't even say anything to them that time, and they were like, "Do it again." And they made us, I kid you not, for about an hour and a half. They were like, "Yo, do it again though." So I don't know if something was up with them, and they were like, something was not right in their head, or if they were
Hey,
like,
man, too much eggnog,
something,
man.
but they were just like, "Yeah, do it again," and we didn't want to upset them and be like, "No," you know what I'm saying? So yeah, me and Logan did like the same like Michael Jackson song for about like an hour and a half. as we were like,
Not my lover.
we were just like out of breath, just like about to pass out. And Logan's like, it's almost like a war zone. Logan's like, I can't do it again, man. I'm
You
like,
gotta
"We
keep
got it,
going,
we got
Soldier. You
yeah."
gotta keep going.
I was like, we got it. So yeah, that's my my gaming memory that popped in my head. Funny enough that me and Peps both had dancing gaming memories this week. It's
Mhm.
pretty fun.
Well, the next time, if you want to write it down, I want you to discuss. I don't know if it was Logan, but the time that me, you, and someone else was in that like online GTA thing, and you
Oh,
had the kids screaming, and you actually clipped it.
Wait, oh my God, I remember that.
Okay,
shit.
we're not saving this. I'm telling this right now. We're not saving this. Just
Why?
because
Why would you not save it?
It's
Because
such a good
eventually,
story.
it's too good.
such a
We have to
good
tell it
story.
right now. We
all
have
right,
to tell it
I
right
think
now.
we have enough time. There's no yellow
Wait,
light
is this,
telling us
was
we
it,
got 10
what
minutes.
was, what was
So,
the name?
So-
from my perspective, if
This
I
is
can,
still-
Kyle, was it your cousin?
No.
Okay, some kid. Yeah, I think it was some kid from the shows or
It was
whatever.
like a fan who
Uh,
wanted to play with us or something.
There was a fan that wanted to play with us, and he always would talk shit, be like, "Well, Kyle, you're like a bitch or something." Kyle would be like, "Dude, I'm like I'm older than you." Like, and then I don't know what it was, like whether Kyle had like a rocket launcher or a
No,
tank.
okay. So
It was
we were playing GTA. Me, Peps, and this like 13-year-old kid are playing GTA Online, and he's like, "Do you guys want to do a parkour course?" And I'm like, "Sure, I guess." We're not like we're at the, it's like when you play GTA Online, like once you're like 4 hours in, you're just aimlessly like driving around, like drooling because you're just like we're just talking, I guess. So we're like, okay, it gives us something to do. So like the parkour course was like if you got past the parkour, you would end up on the other side of the gate, and it had like jets and tanks, rocket launchers. So I was like, I know why this kid wanted to do this parkour because he wanted to win, and then he just wanted to spend the rest of the time like beating me and Peps, and me and Peps had nothing, like we couldn't do anything about it. So somehow the kid is in front of me and he slips off the thing and dies. And so I finished the course and I'm like, wait, what happened? Like nothing happened. And then I look and I see this just treasure trove of like 20 tanks, 10 jets, and I'm like, oh, I know what this kid was trying to do. Because he was just that kid. Like he'd be like, he would be that kid to do it, and then he would just be an asshole about it while he's doing it. So I got in the tank and he's like, wait, you didn't do it right. And I'm like, no, I definitely did it right, buddy. You're just mad that I got to the tank and you didn't. So I went over this little ramp and I got back into where the course was. And so I just kept killing the kid with the tank. I just kept shooting the tank at him and he kept dying. And Peps is like, I don't know what's going on. So then the kid starts killing Peps because that's the only thing he can try and do. But by the time he kills Peps, I've already killed him. So the kid got to the point, and it's still on my YouTube channel, so it'll probably be the intro to the show. Because I'll take the clip where he rages.
The best part is just him screaming like,
Yeah.
Oh my- I've
Kyle!
seen that video like 10 times. It's
So
so good.
So yeah, I
It's
keep
so
killing
good.
him. I keep killing him, and he's like, seriously, dude, stop. And I'm like, okay, I would stop. I'm not an asshole.
One more time.
But I know that if the roles were reversed and me and Peps would be like, all right, dude, stop, he wouldn't stop. So I was like, no, I'm not stopping. Like, this kid's gonna get his due because he's done things like this. So he's like, dude, stop. Kill him
Life
again.
lessons.
He's like, Kyle, seriously, you're being a little bitch. And I was just like, this kid did not just call me a little bitch. I was like, okay.
I'm in a tank.
Okay. He's like, Kyle, if you do this, I'm just gonna block you and not talk to you. And I'm like, I don't care. It's like some fan from the shows. I don't care. So I shoot him again, and as soon as I shoot him, he's like, yep, yeah, you're being a little bitch. And then we go back to like the loading screen. And me, he says that, and me and Peps are just laughing, just profusely, like into the mic. Just him and I are just dying laughing, and he's just like, and then it just said he left, and we were just like, and we just lost our minds. It was hilarious. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that needs to be the open because
Yes.
I was dying. Like Kyle knows that I don't like that shit and I get bored, but I'm just like I'm having a good time right now. This is funny.
Yeah, it was great. It was incredible. One of my better gaming moments. Thank you, Peps, for bringing that up.
Well, the next one can be you versus Davis
Oh God,
because that
that's
was equal, but that was in person.
that ruined a friendship that wasn't even a friendship. That's how funny that is.
Save it for next one.
So Jack, we have one more segment on the show, and your name is next to it. So take it away, my friend.
Wish list coming soon.
Yeah, which we discussed. We're not gonna do like the wish list. We'll do the talking about a game individually. So
Just any game. Like, what do you mean?
yeah, any game that you've played that you just want to talk about for a little bit, we can.
Any game. Let's see. Gonna pick a random game. Black Ops 2. Let's talk about that.
Okay, go for it.
Black Ops 2. I've played a good few Call of Duty games in my time, but Black Ops 2 is definitely one that like has stuck to me the most, and it's still something I go back to and play to this day.
So hold on, do you prefer Black Ops 2 over the original Black Ops?
Story wise, no. Multiplayer wise, yes.
Okay.
Zombies, is that the one where you're like the 1920s and it's like in the street? It's like there's a brawler and like a boxer and some other people.
I don't think so. The zombies in Black Ops 2 it had like a bus, and you like rode around the map and stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
So
God,
I'm think I think
that
I'm thinking of
goddamn
3.
bus.
So the bus one was my least favorite zombies ever.
Yeah, I didn't
How do you
necessarily
guys
like that one.
hate that?
I don't hate
Oh
it, but
my-
I was just like, this is kind of annoying because it got
It
pretty
would be
hard
fine
pretty
if it was
fast.
like a DLC or like a free one they gave you. It just I didn't like that as its core one.
I loved it. I thought it was incredible.
No. I sucked.
I have a lot of great memories on it. Being able to come back from school, a lot of my like school friends that I had at the time, it was like middle school or something like that. We'd always like hop on the Black Ops 2 multiplayer,
So
hop onto the yacht.
that's interesting because that shows like obviously you and I are what, a year apart or 2 years apart?
I think what were you,
What-
98?
I'm 98. You're what, 2000 or 99?
2000.
Okay, so we're 2 years apart. So it kind of shows the thing because like for you, Black Ops 2 was your game that you played and everybody in your middle school was playing.
Mhm.
For me, it was the first Black Ops that everybody was playing. So it kind of shows the little bit of a age gap there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first Black Ops was like the one I played. But yeah, Black Ops 2 I also played.
Yeah, I just definitely enjoyed Black Ops 2 more than any of them. It's something that I really hold treasures in my heart. It's one of my top 10 games of all time just because of how much fun I had with it and how many like memories I've made
Mm.
with that game.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my game.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna say this, and Peps is gonna have no idea what it is. Jack is gonna go, "Oh man, what a game!" I'm gonna talk about Shenmue 2. Jack, do you, do you
I
know what
never
I'm
played
talking
the
about?
Shenmues. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I never
Well,
played
you
it.
technically did because you played it with me at one point.
I played it
Let's
for
sit over
like
there and
20
say
minutes at your
Japanese
house, and
cuss
that's
words.
So Shenmue 2 was a Japanese game. It was more of an open world esque game. So basically, you played this guy named Ryo, who like knew karate and whatnot. So there was like a fighting aspect to the game. But basically, you would go in, and I didn't play the first one as a kid. I had the second one. And me and Grace like played this game for hours and hours and hours. It was an open world game, and basically, you're trying to find out who like murdered your father type deal. And so yeah, you would go around like Hong Kong. And you just had open world. So like you can go to the city and there'd be an arcade. You can go and just like do different like parts of the story, and like you'd be doing karate, stuff like that. And so I just have a lot of very fond memories of that game. That was like one of the like premier games of my childhood. So yeah, that's my game. Peps, what about you?
So we just spotlighting like something we've played?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was wish list.
I mean, you could do a list list. I just feel like we did that last week, and there wasn't a new game announced in the week
Oh.
that would be like,
it's not,
oh,
it's
adding
not
that
about
to
like
the list.
post E3 or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I want a new Roller Coaster Tycoon game.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Okay.
I could talk about how great they were
Mhm.
because all 1, 2, and 3 were phenomenal. World was terrible.
Yeah, World
World
was
should have been a better version, like of 3, and it sucks that I have no computer to support these things, so that's kind of an issue I run in with. So I'm actually kind of hopeful about this Planet Coaster PS4 edition.
Mm.
So I don't know how that's going to work. We kind of talked about that real quick, but
Yeah.
like I still think Roller Coaster Tycoon can be a successful title if they do it right. But they always went years in between, and I don't think there's. I don't know. It feels like they almost abandoned the simulation for like tycoon like theme park games, but
Mhm.
out of nowhere you'll get like a Planet Coaster.
I mean, Planet
So-
Coaster right now is the premier like tycoon
Yeah.
game.
So yeah, I'm kind of worried that as if they like cut off and like they lost their fan base. Like you gave us World, no one's gonna buy into it. Like
Well, I think to be honest, most of the Roller Coaster Tycoon fan base just converted over to Planet Coaster.
Yeah.
Because
I
it was
think it
made.
gave them
Planet
everything
Coaster
they
is made by the same people that made RCT 3.
yeah,
So everybody was like, well, the world sucks, but this is made by the people that made the best one. So let's play that one. And obviously, Planet Coaster is a great game. Jack has not. I mean, you may have played it with me, but you haven't really dove into those games.
I remember playing a little bit of, I don't remember which one we played, but I remember playing a little bit of one with you.
Again, those were also, I think for Peps and I both were very prominent games during our childhood to play.
Oh,
We both love theme parks, so building a theme park was like a dream.
Yeah, ever since the first ones, I was locked in. So
Mm.
the third one got me once I could start creating them, and I've never played a game that I could actually truly download someone else's work. So the fact if I could ever get to a point where I can be like, oh, let me download this from Disney and download that from Universal, like that'd
Mm.
probably blow my mind, and then you guys would lose me for a while.
Yeah.
I'd
Mm.
be lost to the world.
Mm.
You'd be like, what's he doing? And I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I
go
think
back to my quarantine beard a little bit and
if Peps had
all
a
dirty and stuff.
if Peps had a gaming PC, I think he'd be really, really deep into the Planet Coaster world.
That's it. Nothing
I think.
else.
So
I wouldn't care
that might
about
be
any
a
PC gaming.
that might be a good investment for you one day as a legitimate PC PC.
But the
Yeah.
money doesn't sound worth it. Let me get a
Well-
whole PC gaming for one game.
Well, I mean, you could eventually play games on your PC because they run better and look better, like more games.
You will not sell me on that.
I mean, you can connect your controller, so I don't know what the difference would be other than it looks better, but okay.
Nope. I
That's
am not one of those sellouts.
Just Peps in his stubborn ways.
I am a nonconformist.
Okay, well, with that said, the nonconformist, for the nonconformist, Richie Pepperfield,
Hmm.
and obviously Jack down there, the third man. Oh, actually, hold up. Forgot something. Jack, I think you might have some big news when it comes to a video game, and this
Do
YouTube
I?
channel. Yeah,
What?
a video game and this YouTube channel. We discussed something that you said you were going to start tonight.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Yes.
I was like,
So,
what the hell are you talking
If you want to break the news, go for it.
I am going to be starting a Spider-Man PS4 playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be playing through the whole game. Maybe I'll do the DLCs. We'll see what happens.
Okay,
We'll see what
all
happens.
right. But yeah, Jack's gonna. Yeah. Did you already record the first episode, or is that still to come tonight?
That's still to come.
Okay. So when we get off this, I'm more than sure he'll be starting that.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's gonna obviously send me the footage. I'll edit it all together, and that's gonna be up on the Guys of the Galaxy podcast YouTube channel. So yeah, make sure you check that out along with the Fallen Order gameplay that I'm doing. And we want to get Peps to do a gameplay, and he seems interested,
Mhm.
but he
It'll be NBA.
oh, nobody wants to see that. But okay,
Everyone wants to see it.
I don't know about that one, but
Yeah.
okay. Well, Spider-Man PS4 gameplay coming at you real soon. Jedi Fallen Order gameplay still going strong. Pep's unknown game because I don't know about that NBA
Coming soon.
situation there.
Mhm.
Coming soon. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys for this is the end. So thank you guys for watching or listening, however you choose to support the podcast. If you're on YouTube, please give us a subscription if you can and a like. Again, there's other podcasts along with now some other videos. Peps and I did a Star Wars ranking video where we rank our favorite Star Wars movies from 11 to 1. That is not up yet, but it will be up soon, along with my gameplays, soon to be Jack's gameplays as well. So please subscribe to the YouTube. And if you're on Spotify or you're listening, please give us a rating and a review. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for supporting the podcast. We will see you next week.